Okay. It is recording this time. We're good. Okay, so I am with Emma Papariella. Emma, you are a senior at Woodland Hills High School.
Correct.
All right, so give me your thoughts on immigration.
I think that the United States is a really good country to live in, and I think that people should be allowed to come to our country, but I think that they need to do it legally and follow all of the right steps and guidelines and rules, because my parents had to do the same thing to get me to be able to come over from China, because I'm adopted from China, but my parents had to go through a lot of hoops to be able to get me here legally, and I think that everyone should be able to come here as long as they follow the right steps.
Now, when it comes to children that are affected by this, how do you think coming over here illegally has an impact on the children who have no say in that matter?
So I think that I feel bad for the children. My heart goes out for them because reality is that they're kids. They don't know what's happening, and I think that their parents aren't very responsible when they bring them over here illegally because they are putting a bunch of stress on the kids that they didn't deserve, and the parents just need to be responsible for what they're doing and think about what their kids are getting into also. So yeah, I just think my heart goes out for those poor kids who have no idea what's happening.
Now, what would you say to a parent who is thinking about bringing their children over here illegally?
I would try my best to talk them out of it. Not to talk them out of like coming at all, but I would tell them that they need to follow the rules and stuff because there's way too many risks. Can you hear me still?
Yes.
Okay, there are way too many risks of bringing your kid here illegally. But if you want to come here and you follow all the steps and guidelines, then all means come on over. But don't put your kid in a bad situation on purpose.
Now, you are adopted from China, as you said. What kind of hoops did your parents have to go through? Obviously, no offense, they're not your birth parents. But still, what kind of hoops did you have to jump through?
They had to get a bunch of documentation and pay a lot of money to get certain documentation saying that they would be like my legal guardians and that like I would be a legal citizen. I'm not even sure all the hoops they had to go through, but I just know it was a lot of work, both on the United States side and the China side, because they had to be in communication with both governments and had to have paperwork sent to both countries, and there was stuff that they still had to do that once they got to China, they still had a bunch of hoops to get through from China's government to be able to bring me over here. But I think it was well worth it. And I'm really thankful that they went through all these hoops. And yes, it's a lot of money. It is a lot of time. But the end result is this amazing country. So I think it's totally worth it.
All right, Emma. A lot of good thoughts there. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.